Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool Channel. It's finally here. This is the battle between two titans taking place right now. This is to my left, well, to your left is the FLUKE F1587 FC 2-in-1 installation tester / multimeter. To its right is the MEGGER MIT430 / 2 installation / multimeter. Before we begin, I want to get into some things and some of the features about each device, and we're going to do a few tests. It won't be a bunch of tests, but the tests that we do perform, it's going to be some precise tests. But I want to give a shout out to MEGGER and two people at MEGGER that helped me out to get this meter. I want to give a shout out to David.danner. He's a sales manager at MEGGER, and to Brian.hammerschmidt at MEGGER. Thank you guys for helping me out with this meter. And if you guys interested in purchasing either meter, the FLUKE or this MEGGER, I'm gonna leave some links at the bottom of the page that you can contact and hopefully get a deal on acquiring any one of these meters. So I'm gonna start off with the FLUKE, and I'm gonna call out a few features on each meter, and then we'll get into some of the tests and some other things, okay? Well, starting with the FLUKE 1587, some of the megometer features. We're gonna, the test voltages ranges from 50, 100, 250, 500, and 1,000. The installation resistance range is 0.001 mega ohms to 2 giga ohms. It has a PI-DAR feature. It has an auto discharge feature, a timed ramp test, a pass/fail comparison, voltage warning, 30 volts, up to 30 volts voltage warning. They have a memory, but the only way it stores memory is through the FLUKE Connect app. You get there's a remote test probe, and I'm reading this stuff from the FLUKE website through T equipment. So this is what it's telling me. It has a remote test probe, LCD digital display, a hold, and lock. Now the multimeter features are AC/DC volts, current, resistance, continuity beeper, temperature, low pass filter, capacitance, diode test, frequency, and min-max feature. It also has manual auto ranging, dual display, analog bar graph, overload protector, a live circuit voltage detection, and IP rating 40, IP40. Now this is some other extra features that's in this meter that FLUKE just put in there. You get a backlight, you get a software that FLUKE Connect, you get a 3-year warranty, and you get it comes with four AA batteries. That's the other features. Now, what comes with this meter when you first purchase this meter, you get the remote probe, you get the test leads, you get alligator clips, you get the K-type thermocouple, you get the hard case, and the user documentation, which comes on a disc. Okay. Now, with the MEGGER MIT430 / 2, the test volt ranges from 50. Let me just put this on the side. We're talking about the MEGGER now. That's it's 50 volts, 100 volts, 250 volts, 500 volts, 1,000 volts, and up to 200 giga ohms. Okay, auto discharge, PI and DAR test, compatibility, leakage current display, live circuit detection, pass/fail limit alarm, dust and water protection IP54, storage through Bluetooth, and it comes in various languages. You get the remote test probe and the lock hold button. Now the multimeter features, you get millivolts AC/DC, you get also AC/DC volts, input impedance, you get the lead null, auto reverse polarity. You have to set that up. Continuity beeper. You get dual display. You get live voltage warning. You get capacitance. You get the analog bar graph. For y'all who don't know, that's this little bar graph up here. Let me put it on the test range up here so you'll see. That's the analog bar graph that I didn't show you, but the FLUKE say they have one also. Let me see. When you test voltage, I don't see it. Unless it's not showing it, but they say you have one. I'm sure it may be on the software. I mean, on the FLUKE Connect, but I don't see the bar unless it's on the volts. Let me see. I want to give them a good shot. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see. But I'll get back to that in a minute. Let me finish up the MEGGER. Let's say dual display. I'm gonna start off from the multimeter features with the MEGGER. Say millivolts AC/DC range, input impedance, AC/DC voltage, lead null, auto reverse polarity. You have to set that up. Continuity beeper. You get dual display, live voltage warning, capacitance, analog bar graph, overload protection. You get frequency and you get data hold. Now the other features what they give you is onboard memory, Bluetooth download, onboard charging. You can charge your batteries from here. You get a 3 years if you have rechargeable batteries in here. 3-year warranty, auto power down, meaning it turns itself off. The FLUKE has it also. And it can use 2 types of battery. You can use alkaline or NIMH batteries. Okay, and let me see. The price of these meters. I'm going to go all in. The meter, the FLUKE here, the price of the FLUKE according to T Equipment, and for both meters, the price of the FLUKE is $737.99. The price of this MEGGER is $965 even. Now we're going to see if which one is worth it and which one is not worth it. Both of these instruments are featured packed. Both are heavyweights. I'm telling you now. I'm reading off of the data sheets from both meters. Pound for pound, they are the same. I didn't see, and I was using this MEGGER for the last couple of days in the field. I've been using the FLUKE in the field weeks before that, but I took this out in the field with me, and I've been using it. And I let some guys who work with me use it also, and we've been talking about it. They're using and I also let them use the FLUKE, and we've been using the MEGGER. So in my mind, we're going to have to make a decision today because there can only be one king of the hill. Now, again, both of them are good meters, and I love both of them. But we have to choose one today, and that's going to be, in my opinion, and the opinion of the guys who, the majority of the guys who helped pick out the king of the hill. You guys, if you guys have an opinion, you can just leave a comment, and we'll see which one that you think should have won or should have lost. So before we get started, we're going to do a weigh-in, and just to see how much each meter weigh, and we're going to do a few simple tests, and we're just going to move forward from there. Let me see what else, so I don't want to miss a thing. I was talking about these test leads, and that comes with the MEGGER. Now, there are some really nice test leads. I can't say they're not, but they look nice, they feel nice, they're really flexible. But I have to say, compared to the FLUKE meter, this is the TL27s. These don't come with the FLUKE. So, but these are the ones that I use. So I don't know if that'll be fair for me to put these out or what, because it didn't come with this meter. Okay, but the ones that, let me tell you what, let me get the ones that did come with the meter, and I'll show you just what we're talking about. These are the ones that come with the meter. These are the ones that come with the FLUKE meter right here. And, you know, these are nice also. The MEGGER feels a little thicker, the insulation does. But the probe itself, even, and the alligator clips, they don't feel as, let me get my, let's see. To me, they don't feel as sturdy, I would say, you know, as the FLUKE. They don't. You know, they feel hollow almost. And for some reason, they feel like they'll crack. And if they crack, they'll split before you know it. But they look nice, you know, but they don't feel as sturdy as the FLUKE. I have to admit that. But the FLUKE really feel good. And I like the leads also. I like the leads. And, you know, I like them because they come apart and I can use just about any accessory with these. That's the 4mm diameter with these leads. Now, the MEGGER, you can't do that. You have to use MEGGER products. That'll fit, and that's the far as it go. I don't know if let me see if the MEGGER was, no, you can't even put the MEGGER on the FLUKEs. So you have to go back and buy MEGGER. So whatever the price is for MEGGER, you have to buy that. You have to buy the accessory. If the leads break, you got to go get them from MEGGER. Unless you want to put some other type of leads, you know. Now they would fit up here. The FLUKE leads, they would fit the MEGGER. Not a problem. So that's what you just don't have to get the MEGGER, whatever. And the MEGGER ones would fit the FLUKE also. But just the way they feel, you know, the FLUKE feel much better to me. The MEGGER, they look good, they feel good, they feel, you know, kind of cheaper than the FLUKE does. The spring on the FLUKE, it feel much, you know, it has a lot of, it feel like the grip is much better. The MEGGER, you know, it don't feel as strong to me, but you know, they're okay. It feel like if you grab something wrong, basically, if you grab it wrong, it'll slide right off. It's because it's so flat all the way through and it'll slide right off. What I like about the FLUKE, this little opening, it grips whatever you're going to put it on, basically, you know, it'll grip it. But, you know, I can live with that. You know, I can live with it. It's just one of the things I had to point out about the MEGGER. Also, let me just move these on the side for now. And we'll get to some, now as far as the probe, these are the FLUKE probe that comes with it. And let me see, the MEGGER probe, they give you, the MEGGER, when you're using the FLUKE probe, the MEGGER, well, this is not the remote probe. I'm speaking of the probe itself to the test leads. Now, let me get the MEGGER back over here so I can show you what I'm talking about. Now, this is the accessory that goes on top of the test lead. And this is the, you know, and this is nice. I really like this. This is really nice. Nice and pointed. This is really nice. And this can only fit on this MEGGER probe. Now, this, on the other hand, goes on to the remote probe. Let me get FLUKE's remote probe out here. Now, I like the thickness of this, of the insulation on this. This really feels heavy duty. It has an industrial feel to it. It's a nice, real nice and thick cable. Almost feel like a battery cable, basically. This from the FLUKE, it's nice also. It's nice also. And the remote probe itself is not as thick as the MEGGER, but it's really thick. It comes with a little protective shroud also that you can take off on the FLUKE, and MEGGER also, it has one. And I think that's not, but now MEGGER comes with this extra probe that you put on here to extend it and keep your hand out of certain areas when you applying a test voltage to whatever you're testing. The FLUKE don't have this extra extender that we're talking about, but the MEGGER does. I like that feature. I like this. So this is a real nice probe. I like both probes here. I like this one. I like the thickness of this one, and I like this one also. Now, also, according to, something I didn't know I liked at the time until I got this meter. I like that you could put the leads at the top. I like how they sit at the top, out of the way. When you're let's do this for example. Get this. Be with you in a minute, guys. Okay, when you have your test leads in here, you're gonna have them like that, and you're gonna have the other one like this. That's out of the way, so you have everything right here before you. If you're holding this like this, you don't have to worry about the leads all in the front around the knob. You can see everything and you can work everything, and it's out of the way. Now, this wasn't, I didn't really think about this until I got this meter. That's when I realized I like that feature. Now the FLUKE, that's like that. It's not so much in a way, but sometimes they be like that, and sometimes they be like this. And when you're sitting there, when you have the meter sitting down, and you got to make sure sometimes this, this be like all in the way. I don't. Now I see the difference since I have this MEGGER. It's not that big of a deal, but it's compared to this, I would like the input jack at the top. I do like that feature. Now, also, the FLUKE has a temperature feature that the MEGGER doesn't have. Now, MEGGER, you know how important temperature is when you're doing insulation testing, and that's something that you should have added, a temperature feature. FLUKE has that feature, and that's a plus on for FLUKE, have the temperature, and the MEGGER doesn't have it. So now, also, let me just do I was looking also at the back light. Now, let me turn this light off so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, that's the FLUKE backlight. It looks bright to you from where you are, but it's not. Look at the MEGGER backlight. That's a light. That's a bright light. And I like the large display. Compared to the FLUKE, before I got the MEGGER, I thought that, well, I know it's not bright, but the screen and it still does look nice. But compared to this MEGGER, and the backlight is nice and even, and it's nice and white and even. The FLUKE it almost look grayish, basically, compared to the MEGGER, the backlight. The numbers are nice, it's okay. I can still read it, but I prefer the backlight on the MEGGER. Now, let me see what else. Now, none of them, both of these meters, when you get them, they don't come with a hanging strap. Both of them have a little hook that you could put one on here, but that's an accessory that you have to buy extra. The FLUKE doesn't have one too, but it doesn't come with it. So, for the price that you're paying for both of these things, that should have came with that, a hanging strap. Okay, now, this meter has a whole bunch of functions. It also has, let me see what else. Did we have that I was talking about? Let me see. No, I want to do a weigh-in. That's what I want to do. I want to do a weigh-in of voltmeters, and we'll see just how. Let me move this motor back some. And I'm gonna do the fluke first. Now you guys are gonna keep up with the numbers and stuff, and things that I'm doing. I'll be doing too much to be keeping. I'm not writing it down. Okay, we're gonna do the fluke first. I don't know if you guys can see that number from where you are. Okay, let's do the fluke. 1 pound, 7 3/4 ounces. Okay, that's for the fluke. Megger, 1 pound, 11 ounces, 11.6 ounces. Okay, well, and you know, you can feel the difference. You can feel the difference out of the two. The Megger does look a little bit bigger than the fluke as far as the when you put them side by side, you can see that the Megger is much thicker. Even I think the Megger's a bit taller than a fluke. You can see that also. Put them like that. The Megger is a bit taller than the fluke. As far as the width, let me try this. And we can see. Let me pair it up from the side of this. And you can see that the Megger is a bit wider than a fluke. But it's not oversized at all. It's not oversized at all. Again, I tell you, both meters are very nice instruments. Both of them, high quality instruments. I've never owned a Megger before this. I've never owned a Megger, and always heard talk about the Megger. You know, I have never heard anything bad about the Megger. Fluke was more like I won't say entry into. Well, Fluke was the meter back then, and it still is a real good meter. So we're going to start doing a few tests. I have a capacitor here. We're going to do a capacitance test. We're going to do an installation test on this motor. This is a motor that I've been having from a friend of mine that he bought at home, and this was on the shelf. And we'll get more into this after I finish the test right here. I was going to connect it to my Variac transformer, but I can't find my leads to connect it to my Variac into both meters so we get an AC voltage. But I'm going to do a DC voltage, and we'll see how both meters pan out with the DC voltage. Okay, so right now we're going to do an installation test. I mean, not installation test. We're going to do a capacitance test, and we'll see just how both meters pan out with that. Okay, so we're going to start with this Megger. Well, should I say we'll start with the fluke since on that side we'll work our way out. Let me get this together. Okay. Let me get the fluke. Yeah, I've been using this. I've been using the Megger the last couple of days, and I've been trying to use it on everything I can. I was working on a pump motor for a family member of mine, and you know, and I did an installation test on an old house that we were working on. I'm trying to find. Oh, these are the wrong. I'm trying to find my. I just had it. 1 second. And okay, I got it. I got it. Okay. Okay, well, let me short is out. And this is a 5 microfarad capacitor. No, I'm sorry, 30 microfarad capacitor. And we're going to see 5 for the fan. And we're going to see just how close each meter comes to getting it right. So let me put it on capacitance and we'll go from there. Okay. You guys can see, okay. 4.9, 29.8, and that's for the Herm, and 29.8. You guys take a note of that. And for the fan is 4.9 for the fan. So I'm gonna hold for the Herm and press the hold button, and we'll see. Oh, I didn't hold. I guess let me try something else here. Maybe you have to. Now it's holds. Now let me see. Let me short it out again. I got the hold button pressed. Maybe that's how you have to do it. Okay, it's holding. So let's do short it out again, and we'll move to the MEGGER. And we'll see just what happens with that. All right, put this on capacitance. Short it out. Okay. All right, this is to the fan. 4.9, Herm. Okay. Let's see what happened here. Ten microfarads, that ain't right. Nanofarads, let me just short it out again. Let's try this again. All right. .8. That's for the fan. All right, let's go to the It's saying greater than 10 microfarads. So it's saying that's all to go up to is 10 microfarads. Maybe so. But it's saying it's greater than 10 microfarads, so maybe that's the highest it goes. It's saying it's greater than 10 microfarads. I'm going to assume that it's telling me that that's the highest it could read for as microfarads. And then they're saying it's greater than 10, so it's good. But anyway, let's move on. If let me see if I'm doing something right here. But anyway, let's just move on to another test. We're gonna do a test with DC voltage, okay? And we're going to take a reading. And the reason why I'm only doing DC voltage today because I don't have my leads that I need that I wanted to hook it to my Variac with. I don't have them, but okay. Okay. DC volts. Okay. Put it through a few voltages, and we're going to see just what's what. I have it on 7 point, I can't see yet. It's a 7.4. Okay, 7.5 on the power supply. I have it on right now. It's 4.5, 4.6 right now. So we have here 4.6, 4.6. Both doing pretty good. We'll put it on 0.3 volts. No, it's on 0.8 volts. Okay. 0.5 is fluctuating back and forth. It's on 0.4 on the display of the power supply. It's reading it. Okay. So I'm gonna go up a little bit higher just to see what it does. I'm gonna put it on 15 volts. It's 15 volts even. Pretty good. Pretty good. Turn it as high as it can go, which would be 29.9 volts. Okay. The FLUKE is still in spec, but it's saying 1.1 over. Well, now it's okay. All right, but this one is fluctuating back and forth. The FLUKE seems to have settled. So this one is reading what was displayed on my power supply. So I may have to give it to the MEGGER for that. But the FLUKE is still in spec. Okay. All right. Now, turn the power off. Okay. Now we're going to do the installation test with the motor. I had to add some bare wire to the terminals. Right, I know you can't see it, but I have to show you. I had to add some bare wire to the terminal right here to because I couldn't get in there like I wanted to give it to clamp on to the clap on to the terminals in there with the. Okay, this is a swim pool and spa motor. It's made by Century. What is it? It's a Century motor. The part number will be S-193-771-02. It's a 1.5 horsepower motor, 115 volts, 15 amps, 60 hertz. Ambient temperature is 50 Celsius. And it's a, let me see, it's a class B motor, 3450 RPMs, type SP. Now I'm going to base this test up on the IEEE standard 43-2000 that has to do with insulation testing. So I'm going to use that standard when we test the motor, and that's the one I'm going to go by. This is a 115 volt motor, so I'm going to put 250 volts into it, and we're going to see just what they say. The IE standard for Class B motors should say what it reads. Let me see. Well, that's what the PI test, right? Okay, the PI test, it would be 2.0, but that's after 10. That's after a 10-minute test, and that'll be according to IEC 685-01 regulation standard. But let me see, and what we're gonna do a dart test on here today at a 250 volts, and we're gonna see just what meter comes is more accurate. Okay, let me get my leads out for this meter. Bear with me. Get my stuff together here. Okay. Okay, here we are. The motor's kind of, I sprayed some, cleaned it off. It was kind of a lot of water damage to it, and I should have took a temperature in here, but it really don't matter because the MEGGER doesn't have a temperature. But I'm just a thermostat, so I'm gonna connect it here. That's why I'm not taking the temperature. But my AC unit is set on 72, and it's not running now, so it turned off. So I'm gonna go by that right now. So it should be 72 degrees in this house. Okay, so at 250 volts, I want to do a quick spot test on it right quick and just see just what it is. That's right. That's at 100. That's 250 volts right there. I'm gonna do a quick spot test. 275 mega ohms. You guys keep up with this. I'm not writing any of this stuff down. I'm trying to remember as much as I can. Okay, I'm gonna do a dart test right quick. $250. Okay. Here we are. Okay, I have it set on 250 volts. It's putting out 264 volts, and it's at 275 mega ohms. Okay. It's saying it's greater than 275 mega ohms. So it may give me I'm about to tell you, it may give me that EER, and that only pops up when it's greater than it's a greater value than what this meter can display on that voltage, on that test voltage. Okay, so it's saying it's more than 275 mega ohms. So they're saying this motor is good. So let's do the MEGGER. Now, all right. Let's do the MEGGER. And something else I like about this MEGGER, they have a countdown timer on here. I like that feature. The FLUKE doesn't have that. It's not even included in the software. But I like the clock that it has on here. Okay, guys, here we go. Here we go. All right. 250 volts. I'm gonna do a DAR test. DAR. You guys can see that. All right, here we go. All right, it's counting down. Okay. Remember, the FLUKE had timed out because it was a greater value than what could be displayed on the meter. So it gave me that ERR display on the display. Okay, so it's saying 1.1.0. That's the DAR test. According to this IEEE standard 43-2000, a DAR test, if it's 1.0, that's saying that it's dangerous. Okay, and that's that. If you can see this right here, that's what I'm going by, the IEEE standard. I'm sorry, 40-23-2013 and 43-2000. The MEGGER's giving us on a DAR test, which would be right here, the 30-second, 60 to 30-second ratio, and that would be dangerous right here. Now, but the FLUKE say that it was greater. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna do the other lead right here. I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna do let's do another DAR test. Okay. Okay. The same thing. 1.0. Let me do that fluke again. Let me do the fluke test again. I didn't and try it on this one at the bottom. Okay, to 250 volts. It's putting out 264 volts and it's greater than, showing it's greater than 275 mega ohms. So, okay, it errored out because it's greater than. Then it could be displayed. I tell you what, just for giggles and laugh, I'm gonna hit 500 and we'll see just what happens. Okay. Just for giggles and laughs, I'm gonna try 500. Spot test. Okay. It's on 500, it's putting out 524 and 550 mega ohms. So that would be that the motor is good. See again. Okay, so let me see. I'll do the MEGGER again. And it's 500. Okay, so this ain't a motor. It's a good motor. The motor's good. Let me put it on 250 and we'll see again. That's that pass and fail indication there, right? So the motor saying the motor is good. It's good. It's a good motor. 1.9 giga ohms. Yeah, it's good. It's a good motor. Good pump. Okay. Okay. Well, with that being said, I was reading it wrong. I thought it said mega ohms. There's giga ohms on there. Okay. But anyway, Let me see if I have one more test to show you guys. Like I said, it wasn't going to be long. I was trying to get straight to the point. So what I have to say about the MEGGER, let me just put this on the side and talk to you guys for a second. What I have to say about this MEGGER installation tester and the FLUKE installation tester. They both are some hell of a meters. I don't have anything bad to say about the FLUKE at all. Have anything bad to say about the MEGGER at all. Both of them, they come featured packed. I like the FLUKE is a beautiful meter. Looking at it, it's nice, a nice meter. The MEGGER also a beautiful meter to look at. I don't have anything bad to say about either meter, but I have to tell you, I'm a FLUKE person, so I do like the FLUKE. I have to tell you, but and I like the MEGGER. But if I had to pick one meter as my go-to meter out of the two, out of the two meters, I think I'll have to go with I'll go with the MEGGER. This would be my #1 meter that I go to. This is the new, just my opinion, this is the new king of the hill, the MEGGER. This meter itself is a top of the line meter. FLUKE also is a top of the line meter, but even on a job site, when I bought it there and I had the guys testing it out with me, and one of the days at the meeting of the FLUKE, bought the testing the FLUKE out also, the majority of the guys went for the MEGGER, and you know, myself too, I went for the MEGGER also. So by default, if I had to grab a meter out of the two, it would be the MEGGER. Now I love the FLUKE. I love its the FLUKE Connect and things like that. But the MEGGER is like this is it. This is #1 to me. And again, I'll tell you just my opinion, but this is #1 out of the two right now. I wish, man, this is a meter. This is a good choice. This is a meter. I love this meter. I love this MEGGER. So, guys, I'm going to leave a link at the bottom if you guys would like to get your hands on one. And I think it's worth, I really do think that it's worth the price. It has a lot of bells and whistles. And it's built for it. And there's a certain feel when you pick up this MEGGER that it has, that it gives you and that it has. This MEGGER's, this installation tester, it won't disappoint you. I like it. So I'm planning on keeping this with me. Keep the FLUKE too, but this is going to be my go-to meter. And the kind of work I do, this is the one that I'm going to be going to first. And this is it. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it wasn't, it may not have been in depth like, like you guys, like some videos you see, but I just want to get to the point. Just compare them as feature to feature and my usage of each one of the meters and how I performed just now in a few little tests that we did do. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, there's the new king of the hill. It's the MEGGER. And this is the MIT430/2. If you're going to get one, you want to get the one, or any one of them will do fine. But the one, the MIT432, this is the top of the line. The 1 kV handheld installation tester. With that being said, man, again, I tell you, thank you guys for tuning in. And until next time, there's another video I have coming up with the MEGGER. It's going to be going up against the Ideal Industries 61-797 installation tester. I'll be doing a comparison with the lower version of this one, and we'll see just what happened. And I'm gonna be unbiased about it. If it comes out on top, it comes out on top. But in this comparison, MEGGER is number one. MEGGER is number one. Okay, guys, leave your comments. Hit that subscribe button. And you guys take care. Peace out.